What is up, people? This is my first time making steak and Chapagetti noodles, and this is how it ended up looking. Doesn't look too bad, I think, and definitely looks better than it tastes, but we'll get onto that later. My mom actually ended up liking it, and my sister ate the leftovers for lunch, so happy face. But here's how I made it. I firstly decided to season my steak, and there was actually a little bit cut off because I used that to make steak for my dog for after his neutering as a little treat. Video on my channel if you want to check that out. I actually ended up over salting the steak, and I cut that out because I don't want to feel bad about myself. And so I'm just telling you now so that you don't do that, but here's how it went. I then added a little less than 2 cups of water to one pan and butter to another. The 2 cups of water I added was to cook the noodles. This is a little bit more than what the packet recommended, but I'm a rule breaker. Again, this is my first time cooking either of these, so I wanted to use butter in the steak pan to enhance the flavor because I've seen that on a lot of videos and it looks amazing as well. I put the steak on one side for a while as I wanted to create a nice crust that would look and taste amazing. I ended up burning that crust. Then I flipped the steak, but smoke started to ascend from the stovetop in the pan, and I panicked as we have extremely sensitive smoke alarms. I triggered the alarm before once when I left my bagel in the toaster for too long, and a squad of heroic firemen came to the building to view my blackened bagel, and I felt horrible. So that is why I got this fan out to fan away the evil smoke. Basically, I was super freaked out for a second, and then I decided to put the steak on the side because I just couldn't handle that. After the whole steak fiasco, I decided to cook the Chapagetti. My water was near enough boiling and I added the noodles. Then I added the dried veggies and the soup base, but like all good first time cooks, I didn't follow the instructions of the packet and I left out the vegetable oil packet because I wanted to add that later. I actually believe that I absolutely nailed the noodles. I mean, look at them cook so well over 4 to 6 minutes. When I believed they were done, I removed the noodles into a bowl and added a bit of the sauce from the pan as I didn't want the noodles to be too saucy. This was a great decision on my part, in my opinion. Then I added half the vegetable oil packet and some additional sesame oil to the noodles. Again, I added a bit too much, but the oils made the noodles taste way better. And when I told my mom about my ingenious, revolutionary idea to add sesame oil to an Asian dish, she was very proud. Despite my fears of absolute failure, I decided to tackle the steak again. I decided to cut them into slices and cook them on the other side because they hadn't cooked at all and were still completely red. I don't know steak temperatures well, so I definitely ended up overcooking them. And after they cooked a bit on that side, I ended up putting them on their sides, and I proceeded to overcook them even more. This is actually a guide to overcooking steaks. Finally, for plating, I decided to put 2/3 or maybe 5/7 of the steak onto the bowl to match the noodle volume well, in my opinion. And to end the video, here's just a clip of me eating the noodles, and once again, thank you for watching.